All right, so we got Niko's video number 2 against Tara. Have not seen this yet, so let's see how it goes. Controlling the legs, passing, nice. So right there, so she brought this arm underneath her, and you're feeling threatened, right? It feels like you're losing control because you are. But what you can do here is use this as an opportunity to go north-south. Right? You take your right hand here, bring it back, punch the ground next to her hip, and then you rotate around north-south. It's a good option there. You don't have to, but that's usually my go-to for situations like that. She's doing a good job creating distance, using her legs to control you. Right, a little bit sloppy there. Took advantage of it, pushed the legs over your head. So on that little transition there, let's see. Here you're coming up. You're thinking like I'm in high guard, and you kind of are. You're close. Doesn't look like your right foot. You're kind of in like this half guard, kind of coming up on top. She's got this like frame under your leg here, making it so you don't have good contact yet. Took the opportunity and kind of you like try to take it to mount, but since those legs are in the way and she had frames, able to stop you pretty well there. Oh no, I'm yelling at people for reaping, right? I didn't realize you guys were recording right here. Yep, so dealing with single leg X, right? So she's in absolutely classic single leg X. Hips could be off the ground a little bit more to create a little bit more pressure there, Tara. But this foot on your hip can be a really good, this foot. Get rid of that, right? So if you take this hand, strip that foot, that gets rid of a lot of her distance control. Then you got to deal with the leg that's between your knees, right? If you can get both of those out, then you can just sit down into mount more or less. This is much easier said than done, but usually my go-to is going to be strip the foot and then control the foot. Don't just throw it off and let it dangle and do whatever it wants. But because, you weren't able to do that, she's able to sweep you over here. And then, you're looking at getting your guard. Yeah, so right here, right, you're getting up, right? Or like right here, what is controlling distance? If she blasted this knee forward through into a knee cut, none of your feet, you don't have anything stopping distance, right? You don't have a good frame of it. You could turn this into a frame, okay frame. But what I really want to see is like a foot on the hip, or at least a De La Riva hook or something. And it took you, there, you finally got it. Right, so just a little bit quicker on those transitions is going to pay dividends for sure. If there's ever air underneath your feet, put it on them. Now you're looking at this triangle from this kind of like sit up De La Riva guard. In order to do that one, what can really help is if you take this foot and put it on their foot, on their hip right here, and then you stand on their hip and you bring your hips up into them, and then you shoot this leg to get the triangle. If it's on the floor like it is, you can shoot this really ineffective triangle, but like it's pretty weak, right? But it's the general idea. Get your feet on them. Get your feet on them. See right here, like you got no distance control until you get this foot on there. Like that should be like right here. Maybe you're being nice because she's quote unquote inexperienced compared to you, but right here you're starting the roll where your feet and your knees are past her. Your only line of defense right here is your hands, and that's a bad. If that's your only line of defense, it's not so hot, right? You bring your knees in, that's one thing, but I want to see like first line of defense, use your feet on them to keep them at bay. And you scoot it out and got your knees in. That's some kind of quasi half guard here, but again, right here, yeah, she's doing a good job controlling your knees, making it hard to get to a guard. She's getting into headquarters here ish. Hard to see. She slices through, kind of. Think half guard. Go for that. There, yeah. Good rollover sweep there. Can't tell if you were in half guard or side control there for the Americana, but either way. Nice. Got past those legs. Couldn't really see what was happening before that. She's getting good frames in here, keeping you at bay. Yeah, so there, right? It looks like what you're trying to do is, step over into mount. It seems to be, it's a good strategy. Going for that crossface. Yeah, you don't have good control and you try to force the transition. Able to recover it, trying to swim over into mount. Did it work this time? It did. Wouldn't count on that working unless you can control. She was just lazy there with her legs, so you were able to jump over like that. Good, hunting the neck. Yeah, get underneath there without trying to rip their hair out. Nice, threading that Ezekiel. Nice. Yeah, so right there, you made the decision. You're like, all right, she's escaping, but I feel like I've got this Ezekiel in deep enough. That's going to be a judgment call every time, right? If you don't feel like you got the Ezekiel in deep enough, bail on it, keep the position. But if you feel like you got it, go for it. That was good. Looks like that's the end. So yeah, liked what I saw for the most part. Couple things to clean up, similar to the previous one, but yeah, looking good.